Okay, so in a table, here we are. Okay, so this is the called a table. In many places we see the table. Okay, so what is the basically table? When we see the table is used to display the content with a systematic manner. Okay, in a tabular format. Okay, so that for that purpose we use the table. We can see here we can see here one table here. Okay, so how we display the table, what are the element and tag behind the table. Okay, so what I do, I will start my Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I'll close remaining tabs here. Now here in that you can see, if you say try it yourself. Okay, so you can see the table here. Okay, so you can display, you can see the table here, but this table is a with the coloring and CSS. Okay, so better way, I will just simplify and I'll open on a simple table in case there is any simple. See, this is a simple table. Okay, so this is the simple table. So if you can see here table. Okay, so this is a table element. Okay, this is a table element. When you know that what is HTML, what is the body and h2. Okay, this is a table element. In table element they added the width here. Okay, means a table width. Okay, table width, this is a CSS added here, and this is a TR. The meaning of the TR is the table row. The meaning of the TH is the table header. These are the table header. These are the table header. So each table is having their own elements. Okay, so each table, row, column, it having their own purpose and elements. Okay, so if I draw here one table, I just show you how table work. Okay, so here you can see table is here. So here table is here. So in this table, if you can see this table, so this section is called table header. This section is called table header. We called it as table header. So how it will represent? Using the th tag. It come there using the th tag. Okay, so it come there using the th tag, and these are the rows. These are the different rows. So here, so but this is also one row. This is also one row. Table header is also one row. So how I will represent it here? So just a minute. Here I can insert the table. Okay, so what I do? Okay, so this is the table header. Okay, and these are, so for this side it's called as a table row. This are called as a table row. Whatever this side, so this one is also table row. Then table row. After that, this one is also the table row. Okay, so see here. Okay, this one is also the table row, but this is the table header. This section, the first row is called as a table row. Then see the content. These are the table cells. These are the table cells. These are the table cells. There are many table cells are there. Okay, so these table cells, these are the table cells. So to put the data in this table cell, we use the TD. We use the TD. So it's called as table data. So we called it as a table data. If we put something here, which is called as a table data, which is called as a table data. Okay. So whatever we content put here, which those are the in this cell, which is called as a table data. So this is the basic structure of the table and table elements. Okay, this is the basic structure of a table and table elements. Okay, so now we go ahead. Okay, so these are the table headers and these are the table rows. Okay, so these are the table headers and these are the table rows. These all are the rows. These all are the rows, and these are the table dues. The internal part is called as a table due. The data where, sorry, table data, sorry, this part is called as a table data, table data, table data. And this section, upper section is called as a, this section is called table header. This is the header part. Okay, the color in a header, which is the header, and the green color, which is the table data. Okay, this is the table data, and the all these are called as row, and entire this table is inside the, this entire is inside the table tag. Okay, entire, all this table, entire table is in the table tag, all this table which is inside the table tag. Okay, so we move ahead now in the coding part. See, here you can see. Now what I do, I just copy the content, and I just copy the content and go in my Visual Code, and see, I'll do the changes in the same file. Yesterday we have created one file, right? So this is my table. Okay, so here style, and see, table, this is the basic table. Table means this is the entire table. Okay, means this is the table, this is the table. Then after that, in that table there are table row. See, table row means this is a table row, means this is a row. In that there are table headers. This is the table header. Table header is used to give the column name. Table header is used, table header used to, for a column name. Okay, so we use the for column name. Table headers are used for a column name. After that, then this is tr, which is called as table row, which is called as table row. These are the table row. These are the table row. These are the table row. After that, this is the table header. In the table, there is some data is there, so which is called as table data, TD, which is called as table data. So here they put some names. Okay, so same way structure is the same. See, whatever the number of the TRs we can see here, TR, TR. Okay, and this is a table. Okay, and this is the body, and below that there is a HTML tag. Okay, this is the body. So body is a HTML body. HTML body. Each tag, as I have told you earlier, each tag having the closing, and this is HTML. This is a plain table. Now we will beautify this table using the CSS. Okay, before that, what I do, I will run, I just save this, and I will run my I will open my page. Okay, so where I kept that page, I think this is the page. From quick recent files, I will open my page, directly double click. Okay, so this is my page. Let me check. Our page name is, I think this is not our page. This is sorry, this is our page. Sorry. Okay, okay. So my, this is a basic table. First name, last name, and age. Okay, it's looking like this. Now I will press developer tool F12. Using the F12, what we do? We just check that my how my the structure of the table in a developer tool. So in element tab, you can see the structure of the table here. You can see here. Okay. So here body, then whatever the code you have entered, if you remove the width here, if you remove the width, we see what happens. See, the stable structure is shrink. Okay, because we remove the CSS on this table. Okay, so again I refresh, it will come again. Okay, so like this way we added the table header, but it don't have border, and nothing is there. Okay, that's why it's not looking like a, we can see the content, we can see, but it don't have any border and nothing is there. That's why it's not looking good. So how we will add the border? So for that purpose, to improve the design, to beautify the table or page, we use the CSS. Okay, so how we will add the CSS? Okay, so this is my table. Okay, so this is my table. Where is my table? Here is my table. Just I go here and add border Let me check border. Let me change border and style, border start color. Just a minute. How I'll show you how to add the CSS. Let me check. So see what we do. We will add external CSS. How we'll add external or internal? We'll add the CSS on that. So before that, let me show you. Add border. See here border, and see how we'll display border. Border. This is the border 1px means size. Okay. Okay. Then I'll go here. We are here. Okay. Just remove this. Add new CSS border. Okay. 1 pixel. Just a minute. Let me check what is the code for that. 1 pixel solid black. Okay. See, I'm adding this here in a developer tool. Okay. So still it's not reflecting. Let me add it there in a table. Okay. I will add it in a table and show you. Okay. Just we go here. Okay. So first we understand the what is the how the table will display on a page. Now we will beautify this table. So last time we have created the external CSS, or now I'll show you how to add the internal CSS. So I will add the internal CSS using in a head tag. What we do in the head tag, we add style. So you can see the IntelliSense is there. So I added style here. Okay. So this is my table and I want to add the CSS over there. So always make sure that you need to take the reference. Okay. So you need to take the reference from W3 School. Just go here, say try it yourself. Here you can see the table having some CSS added here. Okay. As I have told you earlier, the coding, which is thing, you need to just take a reference from somewhere, reference from Google, but you need to know the what is the purpose of that code. Okay. So here table and font family. Okay. And border here there is some means there here table tab, table element, then it's a font, what font you want to display inside it, and border collapse okay, and width. So what I do, I just copy this table CSS here. Okay, and I can explain you what is the meaning of each line. uh, Here my style and I put here. Okay. So okay, alignment is a very important code alignment. Make sure that the alignment is a very important, means here opening, below that there should be the closing. Okay. So here font family, here font family. So it define the what kind of a font you want, Arial or sans serif. So there are different kind of a font. Then border, you can change the border like this. Control space, you will get a uh, in IntelliSense. Okay. So you just save this and check that how my page will look. Okay, I refresh it. See, font is applicable, but border is still not reflecting on my page. Border still not reflecting on my page. Border is not reflecting on my page. So why? See, font is applicable on my page, but a border is not reflecting on my page. So what I do, see here TDTH. Okay, I will explain each thing. Okay, so here alignment is very important. Okay, so here TDTH means these are the elements. Table is element TDTH. on the TDTH you want to apply the CSS. So what the CSS properties of border? Okay, border 1 pix means what is the what we say the border style, you can say, means width of that border. Okay, so this is a 1 pixel, and color is a solid, and this is the color. Okay, so text align text means text within the that cell needs to be left side, and padding 8 pixel. Okay, so we'll get the each and everything from here. Okay, when I go here and refresh the page, okay, so we can see the border is there now. Okay, so here you can see here here font family is there. Then where is my CSS applied? Okay, box sizing, just a moment. Where is my CSS? Here, style, and this is my CSS. Okay, so in this CSS here, font family, you can change this font family, whatever the font family you want. Border collapse. Okay, so there are n number of border type. Okay, n number of border type. You need to just check that how it will behave. You need to just check that. I just show you. I just cut it here, and I show you. Just take here. See, now I cut that here. Collapse means, see, you can see the spacing is there now. Spacing in each cell. Okay, so see, again means it will if I you do not add the border collapse, then it will connect it to each other. Okay, then this is the width, means a table width. We said 100%. If you say 100% of a page size, okay, 100%. If you say 50 pixel, see, if you say uh, I think it's not reflected here. When I do the changes in the page, then it will reflect on a page, because I'm editing it in a developer tool. Okay, or just let me check. I can apply it width from here. This is my table. See here, table width is also there. These are the two places we have added the table width, inline also and here also. Let me make it the 50 and show you. Okay, so size is reduced. I thought there is a it will not work, but it will work. Okay, so size is reduced because here there is an inline CSS is also there. There is inline CSS also there. Now we have commented that inline CSS. That's why this CSS is applicable. So one thing you understand that there is a first priority goes to the inline CSS, and then this is the uh, this is internal CSS. Okay, then internal CSS. Okay, this thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, first priority goes to the inline CSS, and then internal CSS. Okay, so here width is, border. Then what kind of border you want? You If you want to increase the width of the border, you just increase this. Okay, you can see this is a size increase. Okay, then text align, this is the color of the border. Text align, you set the text at the left side. If you say right, then what happen? Okay, it display the text at the right side. And align padding, so it's here at 8 pixel. So I change it to the 20. So we'll see the difference. Means it's from line padding from other this padding is from the border, means how space you want to keep applying from a border, means space. So it's a 20 pixel we have set here. Okay, so after that, so we can see that you understand the uh, page structure and how we can add. Now the thing is that I want to give the alternate coloring to table row, alternate coloring to the table row. What I want to say that means this row is a red color, this is a green color, this is the red, this is the green, like that. I want to give the alternate coloring to this table row. So anyone tell me means how we can give the alternate coloring to the table row? You just give me the idea, means how we can give the alternate coloring to the table row. Anybody having any idea? Anybody having any idea how we can give the alternate coloring to the table row? Yes, Umesh. Hmm? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yes, Pankaj. Just tell me how we can anything. I want to display the table with alternate coloring. Yes, Pankaj. At least say you know or you don't know or you do not understand. Hello, Shruti. Just tell me. Huh? Sorry. Huh? Okay. So as we discussed earlier, so I want to give the alternate coloring to the my TR. Okay. So to the my TR. So what we do here, my TRs are there. Okay. So what I do, sorry, what I do, I just put here one class name. Okay, and with reference to that class, I say alternate. So I say here odd. Okay, odd tr. My class name is a odd tr here again. Okay, and below before after that the tr I give the class name. Okay, so even. Okay, again there is one simple way is also there. Huh? Even tr, but I will show you what is the purpose of the class here. Okay, again there is a odd, and then again I'll just copy this tr and again paste one more tr so that you see the okay, and here I'll add even. Okay, so I just give the class name to these table rows. I just gave the class name. Now what I do, I will apply some css on this class. So how we apply the css on a class? So what we say, dot, as already I have told you how to apply the css when you refer the class and when you use the id. Okay, so here just let me remove this with already table is there. Just wait for someone joined. So here table is there. Now I just remove your class. Okay, so I say odd. Okay, odd tr. Okay, I said odd tr, and then in that I want to give the color. Okay, background color. Okay, I say this color. Okay, and for even tr I just copy. Okay, even tr. Okay, now I'll give you the color. There is a simple way as well. Okay, I give the color, say this is this color. Okay, so I save this and I will go in my page. Okay, here is my page. I refresh. Okay, you can see the color change. Okay, odd even, because so what we do, so I have put the identifier. I have what I did, I added class as a identifier, class as a identifier, class as a identifier. So earlier I have also told you, okay, what is the different identifier. Class title means I want to identify this tr using the class name. I identify this tr using the class name. Okay, so again, tr, we use the class because there are multiple tr. Like if I say fifth standard, okay, so this is a class. Fifth standard is a class, and under that fifth standard there are 50 students. Okay, so the fifth uh, standard represent the 50 student. Okay, same way the class which is this tr having class odd tr means in this class there are multiple elements. This class represent to the multiple element. So thing you need to note down that class is used to view the class is an identifier for the multiple HTML element. Okay, and ID is the identifier for a single or individual element. Okay, so if I give here ID because I header, this tr is a header tr. Okay, so I just say header tr. Okay, I just say header tr. Now I want to give the red color to the header tr. Okay, so what I do, I just align this code. Okay, or you can align this also. Okay, so dot again. Now this is the header tr is a id. So to represent id we use the hash for id hash, because this tr, we identify this tr using the id and we use the hash. Now here, now I say header tr tr. Okay, now closing and opening bracket, background color. Okay, and I say red. Okay, so now I save this, go in my page and refresh my page. Okay, now see, it represent the particular header in a red color, and then there is alternate coloring to my rows. Okay, so you understand this thing, then you get the alternate coloring to the rows. Okay, so next thing, okay, so now what I do, so you understand how we can give the alternate coloring, and in that you understand what is the meaning of the id and a class. Okay, so now again move. So we can apply the css using the element name or their id, or their id or their class name. Okay, so like this way you can apply the css also. Okay, now we'll go in a bit ahead. Okay, so you know how to apply the border, collapse border, then add cell padding. You understand that, add cell, left alignment. So all these things you understand, like left alignment, right alignment. Okay, so add border spacing. So this is something new. Add border spacing 5 pixel. Okay, so I will use this and apply in my code. If td td and th, I put here border spacing. Let's see the what change is there. Okay, border spacing 5 pixel. Let me increase the size so that we see the no change. Just a minute, maybe border spacing is for table. Just a minute. Border spacing, to set the border spacing for table, use the css border spacing. Let me check, try it yourself. This spacing you need, our border should be look like this. Table th and td padding and border spacing for table. Border spacing is for table, so I will go and add it to the border spacing table. My border spacing is not applying. Why? Because okay, border spacing I need to hide this, then only it will apply. Okay, I need to hide this. Okay, so you know how to comment it. I think sorry. See, in css there is another way to comment. Okay, in css there is another way to comment. Comment means I don't want to, I want to ignore this line. Okay, in css this comment is like this, And in HTML, how we apply the comment? In HTML, we apply the comment like this. Okay, this is the comment. Okay, so again I save this. Okay, now again I come here and refresh it. Okay, you can see the space, you can see the space between the cells. Okay, so like this way we can apply the spacing. Okay, okay, slow down, HTML table cell and span many column. So you check like this. Okay, okay, now there is a collapse is here. You can see collapse telephone. Okay, it's saying collapse sorry, cold span. It's not collapse, it's a cold span. So what is the cold span and what is the purpose of the cold span? So here you can see in a cold span, it's saying cold span 2 means it merge the two cells. It merge the two cells. See here, you can see it merged. There are table header and cold span 2. You can see if you want to merge these cells, you can apply. See, yeah, I just put the cold span here. Then we see the difference how it will look. You can see change here. Okay, you can see the change here, but this is not a perfect way. So now here the cold span 2. If you want to merge the two cells, you can use the cold span. Many places you want to represent the telephone number, somebody having two telephone numbers, then like this way we can represent using the cold span. Okay, so for that purpose we use the cold span. So if I add the cold span, then how our table will look. Okay, I just add the cold span to the last name. Okay, and I go in my page and refresh. See, it merge last name and see it merge last name and age cell here. Okay, means actually age is here. I need to remove this age. Sorry, now you understand better. Okay, so I merge this last name. Okay, so I merge this last name right here, last name cells. Okay, so like this way you can use the cold span to merge the two cells. Okay, so next thing is cell that span many rows. Okay, and here we have header, we have means we did the combine the cells, but here in this case it's a bit different. You can see telephone and it merged these two. Now how it's possible? Okay, how it come? It says row span. Code span means column spanning. Okay, and row span, here row span and code span. Code span used to merge the cells. Row span is used to merge rows. Okay, two rows. Okay, two rows cells means like these two row cells. You can say it as it used to merge cell. Code span and row span. You understand the meaning of code span and row span. Row span, it will merge this cell and this cell. Okay, if I remove this, then yeah, how it will look. If I remove this, see, but it will merge this cell. Okay, it will merge. See, now see, refresh. Now see, means it will merge two cells and display them in this way. Okay, so you understand the meaning of the cold span and row span. There are means it just merge the two space, two cells. Okay, either it's in a column or in a row. Okay, so is there anybody having any question? Any question? Any concern? Any question? Okay, so okay, now now we move ahead. Then caption is there. Okay, so caption, I just quickly, caption means at above the table you can see monthly saving, this tab is there, monthly saving. The caption means to give the name to the table. For that purpose we use the caption tag. For that purpose, we use the caption tag. You can see here, table caption tab here. The tab within a table, the element within a table, but it display here monthly saving. Okay, so that is called as caption. So like this way, you just explore each. There are 2 3 tab or things are there. Okay, so like this way you can explore it. Now here see, and add more styles. Okay, so here, okay, here alternate coloring styles is there. So how they added? Okay, so what we did, we did the we added odd and even. Here what they add, tr nth child even. Okay, so what is this tr nth child even? So here table number 2, I just, there are 2 tables, I just delete one table here for better understanding and run. Okay, now see, here table id t01. Okay, in that, now see, here they added anything, here they added any tr td, nothing is there, but still you can see, alternate coloring there. How they added? Okay, so see, now table id is t01, table id is t01. Okay, now see, as I have told you, now here they did not added any id and class name. Okay, what they did, they just t01 table row nth child e1. Okay, means table row. Okay, means all the table row, in that their nth child means, see, nth child e1 means those are at e1 sequence. Okay, their background color is this, and those are at a odd sequence. Means in a tr there are n number of trs are there, in that which is e1 we need to color this. Okay, so always keep in mind that, while doing coding, okay, while doing coding, if you want to give the alternate coloring, the thing is that you should not means mug up or write down these things. Okay, interviewer will not ask you to write this kind of code. Okay, interviewer will not ask you to write this kind of code. Again I'm repeating, code, interview just look into your concept. Okay, what question will interviewer will ask you the question, how you can give the alternate coloring to the table. Then you need to tell them that we will select the row using the nth child and select odd and even. Okay, based on odd and even we'll give the coloring. Like this way you can tell interviewer. Okay, okay, like this way you can use the coloring and child and even. Okay, so uh, so always keep in mind, please don't mug up or uh, just understand the concept. Okay, so you understand that. Okay, in our case, if now, okay, in our case what I do, in our case I just change the things. Okay, earlier what we did, we give the odd even. Okay, now I remove the odd even. Now I remove the odd even coloring. I remove the all class names, so that what happened, sorry, now here. Okay, I remove all these things. Okay, now I save. Okay, there is no coloring and nothing. Okay, now I remove the whatever the css we have applied here. I remove the css. Okay, I remove the css. I go here because I don't know how to give the alternate coloring. Okay, so see, here the requirement is give the alternate coloring in a table. Okay, so if you go here and you search on Google, okay, uh, alternate coloring in HTML table, you will get 100 resources. How many resources I'm saying? 100. Okay, see here, strip table, and with the advanced, okay. So you will get 100. You can select anyone. You can select. I just go here. Now what it's saying, stripped table. Okay, how they added? They also use the same concept, tr th. Okay, again go here. Okay, now I close this. I just go here. Okay, so here see, same concept here, nth child number. Okay, again I go down, nth child. Okay, element again example, proper everything explain here, proper everything explain. What I do, I just copy this. What I do, I just copy in paste in my case. Okay, so what I do, I just copy this. Okay, I just copy this. See, yeah, how developer do the developing. Yeah, to become a developer is not a big role and big task. It's just a simple thing. Okay, done. What I did, I was not did anything. I just go there and just search and copy. You can see the alternate coloring is applied here. Okay, you don't see the change here because we changed the call span and those things. Okay, we need to check that, means why here it will not applicable here. Okay, we'll see. Maybe code span is there. My code span here is a code span. That's why. Okay, so to become a developer, it's not a big task. Okay, so you just need to understand the concept. So I understand that yes, this CSS is for table, and this is a background color, nth child odd background color. This is background color for nth child odd and coloring. If you want to change the coloring, you can change the coloring. Okay, so like this way here, double CSS applied on table also. Okay, now you here, now here I what I did, I just say, now I just copy. Okay, and apply the E1 also here, and I say change the color red. Okay, okay, I say E1. Okay, now save. Now go here and replace. Okay, you can see the alternate coloring here. You can see the alternate coloring here. Again, yes, here actually I have removed the th here. I just add this. That's why it's alignment mismatching. Okay, age. Okay, so we go here and refresh it. Now it's looking better. Maybe this TD is removed. Okay, so it's here I have not applied any. I have not applied any class or ID. I just use the tag tr nth child odd. Okay, understand this? This is about table. Okay, so I cover all the things those are related to the table, how we can represent the table and how we can different ways to add the table. So there are many tags are there. What I'm saying, just explore what is the meaning of that tag. Okay, so can someone say there are two table header, should be the name and age. So what is the tag here? You just need to fill it. Okay, what is the tag here? This is a just a exercise. Okay, exercise. W3 school just asked the exercise. Now here next topic is HTML list. HTML list means sometimes you see like this, items on a page like this, or I like this is called unordered list, and this is called ordered list because it having numbering 1 2 3 4. It don't have any numbering. Okay, that's why it's an unordered list. So how we can display it? Just go here and see. Just go here and see unordered HTML and ordered HTML. Okay, so the just a difference here is tag. Here you say UL. UL tag is here. You can see UL means unordered list. And if I change it to the OL, then again it will give the numbering to this also. Sorry. See, 1 2 3. So this is the difference between order and unordered list. Order and unordered list. This is unordered list and this is ordered. Anybody having any concern as of now? Just tell me. Anybody having any concern? Anyone? Okay. So next thing, order and unordered list. If you go here, you can see coffee, tea. This is a tag. Okay. Order list. Okay. This is a list item. That's why li is here. Okay. and this is a okay. So an unordered list here, unordered list is here. Okay, so how this is the way we can uh, represent the here. Okay, item in order on unordered list. You can see here HTML description list. Now here description list. Okay, so today what you need to do, today you need to, now I'm giving you one assignment to you. Okay, I'm giving you assignment to you here, block and inline element. Tomorrow we start from block and inline element, then iframe and JavaScript also there, so we'll discuss on that also. Okay, so I'll give you an assignment today, what you are going to do. Okay, I'll give you the assignment and tomorrow I'm going to check the assignment. Okay, so I just remove this and I'll show you what you are going to do. Okay, today just in a table, just a minute, what you are going to do. Okay, so consider this is a table. Okay, this is a table. In this table, what you are going to do, see here, consider emp name. Okay, emp uh, department means employee department, and emp mobile mobile number. Okay, so here what you want to do, this is a, consider this is a table. Just do the bordering. Okay, in that, so what you need to do, you need to merge. So you consider here is the Rahul is the employee, then he is from sales department. Sham is the employee, he is from marketing department. Here Raju is the employee, which is from account department, and there are mobile numbers are there. Okay, mobile numbers are there, mobile number. But the Rahul, this having sorry, what's that? Okay, but Raju having two mobile numbers here. Sorry, but Raju having two mobile number here. This is and okay, but Raju having two mobile number here, so you need to uh, means merge this cell here, one below the other. So this assignment you need to do here, and you need to give the alternate coloring as well. You need to give the alternate coloring as well to this table. Okay, so this is one assignment. Other assignment is you just need to merge. Okay, here on the page you need to add here on the page. Consider this is the page, this is the page. Okay, in that page, this is the page, in this page, at the top, what I'm saying here, in this page, what you do, you need to add one button here. What I'm saying, button, here is one button, here is one button, here is one button, and here is one button. Okay, see, once I click on this button, then image will display here. Okay, what happen, image will display here. Okay, image will display here. So this image will display here. So on this button, consider this image is animal. Okay, this image maybe uh, car. Okay, this image railway. This image is fraud. Consider. Okay, so you need to, once I click on animal, then image will display animal image. Once I click on car, then car image will display, and railway image will display, and tree image will display. So it's your role. Okay, तो आपको क्या करना है कि इस इमेज में किस तरह तुम दिखा सकते हो। मुझे यहाँ पे क्लिक करूंगा तो मुझे एनिमल, कार क्लिक करूँ कार, रेलवे पे क्लिक करूँ रेलवे, ट्री पे करूंगा तो ट्री। तो आपको इमेज टैग पता है, आपको बटन टैग भी पता है। यहाँ पे बटन लो या हाइपर लिंक लो, लिंक टैग लिंक लो, नो प्रॉब्लम। But when I click here, I need to display here. So anybody having any concern on this? Anybody having any concern?